Jerseys are much more than aesthetically pleasing pieces of uniform. They're a symbol of unity for both the team themselves and the fans. So shouldn't leagues prioritise jersey quality since they are such a visual representation of the sport? Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Victoria and I talk all things Toronto sports, hockey and baseball from across the pond in Scotland. And for today's video we're talking about jerseys, specifically jersey quality, and even more specifically the decline of the quality of jerseys, especially in reference to Fanatics. As a big fan of collecting jerseys myself, this is something that I'm really passionate about, and I just thought I'd share my thoughts. Because not only did this come up among NHL fans, but also there's been some more recent controversy over the MLB Fanatics stuff as well, so let's dive in. First off, I think it's really important to stress the importance of jerseys for sports fans. You get jersey collectors who spend a lot of time and money dedicated to collecting all these amazing jerseys. You have the more casual fans who just have jerseys to wear to games or to just wear around because they like their team. I feel like every sports fan at some point will have bought some form of jersey, t-shirt, apparel, merchandise, something along the way. And a 2019 survey found that 8.4% of respondents said that they purchase sports apparel online once every month. There's a lot of money spent on these things and people are really passionate about it. It's an integral part of being a sports fan. Of course, the primary purpose of jerseys is to just allow identification of the players. If you're a new fan watching the team who doesn't know all the players inside out yet, then it lets you see their names. And even if you know the team really well, you still are most likely to look at the numbers and the names on the back of jerseys to see who's doing what during a fast-paced game. However, there is a deeper meaning behind jerseys. It connects fans to their team and it creates unity between players themselves as they belong to a team and their uniform and their outfits. It's like working in the same workplace where you have a uniform on, you're representing that company and you are all equal, you're all on the same side, you're all doing the same thing. I also think it really deepens the bond between fans because jerseys can boost morale, it gives people a sense of place within their favourite sports team. There is no feeling quite like walking into an arena or a stadium with a bunch of fans wearing exactly the same colours and brands as you. Is there really any better feeling than on a summer night walking along the streets of Toronto heading towards the Rogers Centre and all you see is a sea of Blue Jays jerseys? Everyone's sitting in patios, everyone's sitting in bars, everyone's heading towards the ballpark. Is there a more beautiful sight? I don't think so. Memorabilia is just such a loved aspect of being a fan of sports. People have closets full of jerseys. Me. People have t-shirts, hats, various other items such as bobbleheads, pucks or baseballs. They're just a fun part of sports. It's nice little things to have. People love to display them, people love to wear them. I think that merchandise and memorabilia in general is such an important thing for people who are fans of sports, and jerseys are definitely at the core of all of that because jerseys are an exact sort of replica of what you're watching the athletes wear. They really are just such an important part of being a sports fan. My Leafs jerseys are precious to me, and I'm sure that whatever team of whatever sport you support, if you own a jersey, you feel very connected to it. And this is not a new thing. It's been this way for just forever. It's always been the way that jerseys are a much loved element of sport. And so of course it is a very important job of whoever is manufacturing and producing those jerseys to do a good job. They're the ones in charge of the quality of the final product, and so fans and teams and leagues are really reliant on those manufacturers and on those businesses to provide good quality jerseys for fans. Enter Fanatics. Founded in 1995 in Florida, Fanatics Incorporated is an American manufacturer and online retailer of licensed sportswear for the MLB, MLS, NBA, NFL, NHL, NASCAR, Formula 1, WWE and NPB. They also sell sports collectibles, NFTs, trading cards and sports merchandise, as well as sports betting and iGaming. And back in March 2023, it was announced that Fanatics would become the new outfitter of on-ice uniforms and authentic jerseys in the NHL, beginning in the 24-25 season on a 10-year deal. 10 years. The Adidas jerseys that people had grown to love over the years, I believe that was a 7-year deal for the NHL. They were no longer going to be the jerseys of the NHL. Now, in the years before this deal, Fanatics had become more and more involved with the NHL, selling more and more replica jerseys and opening retail stores at NHL events such as the Winter Classic and the All-Star Game. And then in 2018, Fanatics received the rights to Authentic Pro, which meant that they were making the practice wear for players, coaches and staff. Hockey fans are a really passionate crowd about jerseys, and so many have felt really disappointed about the quality of Fanatics jerseys in comparison to previous brands. And then there was the more recent controversy just this week about Fanatics' impact on the MLB. While Nike, right, okay, I know I'm gonna get like flamed for this, but like I say Nike and I think it's Nike, but I've always said Nike, so I'm sorry, I can't change my ways. It's too built in, so don't come for me. I did say it. So while Nike is the official outfitter of Major League Baseball, Fanatics has made MLB's Nike branded uniforms now for all 30 teams since 2017, back when it acquired Majestic. And it's important to note that Fanatics also makes NFL jerseys that carry a Nike logo, and they're sold both in-store and online. However, the new Nike Vapor Premier jerseys were introduced this week alongside a statement from the league that said every team will wear them in-game in 2024. And here is where we move into the cost, the quality and the criticisms. NHL fans have been complaining about Fanatics for a while now. I read in an article that the phrase the Amazon of sports has been tossed around because Fanatics make a lot of stuff and they make it quickly. And in a world where all of us pretty much order off of Amazon, who get things delivered really quickly at quite little cost, it's a fitting resemblance. It's a fitting comparison. But when it comes to buying jerseys, this comes at a cost to the quality. Low quality materials, name spelling mistakes, peeling numbers, and just a generally cheaper feel are just some of the things that fans have complained about so far. There's that Fanatics Sucks page on Twitter, and there's also multiple Reddit threads discussing bad experiences of buying from Fanatics. Just generally, it's caused a lot of upset among fans, and quite rightly so. There was very similar criticism just this week from the MLB jerseys, because while LA Dodgers outfielder Jason Hayward endorsed MLB's new jerseys from Nike and Fanatics, St. Louis Cardinals pitcher Miles Mikolas and fans from across the league showed their dislike and disappointment, and many said it looked worse than a free jersey giveaway, which fair point. However, the cheap fabric and the lower quality weren't the only reservations people have had. Mikolas said that the uniforms don't fit right and that the fabric differs from the material used in the past. And if you look at a side-by-side of these two Mariners uniforms, it also shows what else is wrong with this new batch. There's a lot of sizing issues, especially with the names, which seem to have shrunk drastically. So now you've got two of the major leagues, both the NHL and the MLB, having very upset fans about the quality that Fanatics are producing. And of course, the whole selling point of Fanatics items is that they're cheaper than other brands. However, I still contend that Fanatics is a little too expensive given the quality of the products. I don't think that still paying hundreds of pounds for a jersey or £30 for a t-shirt is exactly cheap. Of course, in an ideal world, brands like Adidas and Nike would be affordable and accessible to fans. And so while Fanatics can offer a cheaper alternative, I still don't think this was an excuse for integrating it so much into the actual leagues themselves. So here's my thoughts on the matter. I think it was good to have Fanatics as a brand that fans could go to, buy cheaper jerseys from if they wanted to. I think that's fine. However, I don't think that they are comparable to the likes of Adidas or Nike or Reebok or anything that, you know, the leagues have had previously. The quality just isn't there. And Previously, when it was just Fanatics offering a sort of e-commerce type of service, I think it worked fine. I think it was okay. I hate the fact that they're the manufacturers with the brand deals now when it comes to the NHL and the MLB, even though I know that it's still Nike, but there's still the thing with Fanatics there, and we are seeing a decline in the quality of jerseys. I personally only own, I think, one Fanatics jersey. I believe the rest of mine are Adidas and Reebok and stuff, and CCM, stuff like that. And I won't lie, the one Fanatics jersey I have, it is a Ladies Fit Matthews jersey, and to be completely honest, I've had no problems with this jersey. It's lasted for years. I really like it. I wear it all the time, but as I said, it's a great option for fans to buy the cheaper version of, and in no way is it comparable to the other brands. I mean, the Adidas jerseys were just beautiful. I love the older Reebok ones. Like, Reebok ones, I don't know, they've just got a certain material that I absolutely adore. I think having a cheap alternative for fans is one thing. I think making it the actual authentic jersey manufacturer is a whole different ballgame, and I think it was a bad move, personally. Just poor quality jerseys, especially when it's impacting the leagues themselves. And I think it's always disappointing to see fans being let down, because at the end of the day, you wouldn't have sports teams without fans, and if you aren't giving them the best experience possible in their fandom, I think you're letting them down. And I do think that this extends to jerseys, because I think jerseys are so important to so many sports fans. So there you have it. There are my thoughts. I think that it's really disappointing seeing fans let down. I think fans deserve the best quality possible, and I think it's really cool the way that people have collected jerseys for their entire lives. People have amazing collections, and you don't want to put people off buying these jerseys and wanting to represent their team. But what do you think? What do you think of the whole Fanatics thing? Have you bought from Fanatics? Do you see a decline in the quality? What's your thoughts on the matter? Leave a comment down below. I want to hear it. If you haven't already, make sure to like this video and subscribe, and I'll be back soon with more hockey chats from across the pond. Bye guys.